Okay, today we are talking about how to make your home or business more fire resistant. Okay, so what are some actionable steps you can take to reduce the risk of fire at your home or business? Have a defensible space around your home or business, meaning do not have any trash, trees, shrubs, overgrown weeds near or against your home or building, or wood fence, or wooden pergola, porch, gazebo, deck, etc. Any structure that could catch fire, you don't want to have overgrown weeds or trash underneath it, or leaning against it, or growing up against it. Ideally, you want to switch to a xeriscape landscape. So think decorative river rock, strategically placed fire-resistant plants away from the structure, because vegetation can catch embers during a fire and then consequently catch your building on fire. And in regards to large trees, although they look pretty, large trees can fall on your building during a high windstorm, or if you live in an area that gets snow and ice in the winter, tree branches heavy with snow and ice can fall on your building or vehicle. So not only they are a fire hazard, they also pose other hazards. Also, mature large trees, the roots can actually grow into your sewer pipes, completely clogging and damaging your sewer pipes. This can lead to a sewer backup in your building and costly, expensive repairs. Switch to a low maintenance, again, fire resistant landscaping. Gravel, concrete pavers, brick, artificial turf. Again, simpler, cleaner landscape is better. Get rid of the weeds. And you can replace your standard soffit, gable, crawl space, or roof vents with fire and ember resistant vents. If you're building a new home or remodeling, consider ventless soffits. Have your chimney inspected and cleaned regularly. You want to make sure there's a spark arrestor on top of your chimney or your flue. You don't want to have the creosote build up where you get a chimney fire. Reduce the fuel for fire, such as stacks of wood or old paper products, magazines, books, newspapers, inside and outside your home or business. Consider installing a fire sprinkler system if you do not already have one. Sometimes insurance companies will give you a discount if you install a fire sprinkler system. At a minimum, have a fire extinguisher in your house. Ideally, one fire extinguisher on each level if you live in a 2-story house, and one in your garage. It's also a good idea to have one of those roll-up emergency fire ladders stored on your 2nd story. So if there is a fire and you wake up and you can't go down the stairs, you can put that ladder out your window and climb safely out the window. Always inspect and test your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors at least annually. If you hear them beeping or chirping, that usually means either the battery is dead and needs to be replaced, or the unit needs to be replaced itself. Consider installing a fire suppression system on the exterior of your home or business. Some will spray regular water over your roof and walls. They're basically like sprinklers. Some have a foam or gel that they spray and coat your roof and exterior walls with.
Wow.
Many of these suppression systems can be controlled or monitored with your smartphone from an app. Consider replacing your wooden fence with a cinder block, concrete, or composite fence, and replace your fence posts with metal or steel fence posts instead of wood fence posts. Opt for stucco siding and trim, or other fire-resistant siding and trim, not wood. Opt for fire-resistant roofing materials, including slate, clay, asphalt shingles, metal roofing, and EPDM. Consider investing in a water storage tank. You can fill it with city water, or you can install a rainwater harvesting system, like a 1,000-gallon tank, whereby you collect the water that comes out of your gutters in the storage tank, and you hook that up to a booster pump, and invest in a long, 100-foot long, large diameter fire hose that can reach around all four sides of your home or business with a high flow fire spray nozzle. Because as you know, a garden hose, particularly in windy conditions, doesn't have a lot of flow or water pressure to put out a fire. If you have a pool, you can add a T on the outlet of your swimming pool pump or a three-way ball valve. And depending on what position you put that three-way ball valve in, you can send water back to your swimming pool. But if you change the position of that three-way ball valve, you can now pump water out of a fire hose. Woo! And that pool pump has a high flow rate. It's going to put out a lot of water for you and use your swimming pool water to wet down your landscaping, wet down the exterior of your house, your roof, or put out a small ancillary fire that you feel comfortable tackling. Avoid storing flammable liquids like gasoline, or store them in a flammable liquid storage cabinet. Invest in a fire ladder, like I said earlier. They roll up and you simply unroll them and they hook onto the window ledge. You can climb out the second-story window in the event of a fire inside your home or business where you can't go down the stairs. Considered tempered glass windows with aluminum frames. They're more expensive, but they're more fire resistant. And let me be clear, this video is not about advocating for people to fight a fire on your own. If your home or business catches on fire, call 911 and evacuate the building. These are just actionable items you can consider to make your home or business more fire resistant. And again, if a fire is small enough where you feel confident and comfortable trying to spray it with a fire hose or a fire extinguisher, that might save your property from burning down. Whereas if it's a small fire and you just call 911 and run out of your house, you might have been able to put out that fire if you had a fire extinguisher, or on the exterior if you had a large diameter hose. I hope this information helps you. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.